All right, CC, welcome back for another season. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. So, what's it like to have a full off season just kind of here with the team this time?
Um, Obviously it was really fun to have the team around, and all of us, we really got to know each other on this off season. We've all gotten to know like how we are as players and what we'll need for the team in the long run.
You were a unanimous All Big 12 selection last year. What do you feel like you've learned from your freshman season that you can now bring into your sophomore year, especially with this still being a young roster with a lot of incoming freshmen?
Yeah. Honestly, learning from Jada Cody and Shannon Doherty, it helped me a lot. So knowing that I have to take over that role for the newcomers is what helped me, I think, evolve as a player in general this year.
Well, Shannon is coming back to the squad this year just as a GA on the coaching staff this time around. How has it been to kind of have her go from your teammate to kind of your coach in a way?
Yeah, she plays a really huge role in all of our, I think, all of our planes, to be honest. She's really open with, like, the knowledge she gives us, and she's willing to give us fungo whenever she wants or whenever she feels, yeah.
You're about to start the season. Kind of a tough doubleheader coming up. Second game being against top 25 Georgia. How important are these difficult non-conference games, especially when you look ahead to Big 12 play?
Yeah. So we call this phase one. So obviously, we'll call phase two Big 12, phase three postseason. All phases are really important to us, but coming out, I think we'll set the tone and how we'll show like the softball world who we are and what we're willing to do this season.
So after being named an All Big 12 freshman squad, you bring in another squad of freshmen who coaches been very highly talking about very highly so far. What's it been like welcoming them into the fold this time around, kind of being on the other side of things?
Yeah, it was honestly really easy. They're really open-minded and they're willing to learn whatever it takes. And I think a lot of Ashley, Aubrey, Stormy have took over a good wing of being able to teach them what I was taught last year, and I've been also a part of that.
You're pretty consistent at the plate last season as a freshman. Do you feel even more comfortable now facing the kind of pitchers and do you feel like you have a good preview into the kind of competition you're going to face from the circle?
Yeah, I definitely feel more comfortable at the plate, and also scrimmaging our own pitchers. We have an amazing pitching staff, so knowing that I get to face them weekly and then going up, I have a lot of confidence.
Coach talked about a little anecdote about how learning about how Jada and Shannon were the two winningest players in UCF history, and now you and Ray have both started at got a lot of playing time together as true freshmen. What's it like to kind of now have her with you for another year?
Ray?
Yes.
Obviously, I love the girl. She's one of a kind. I love that girl. But knowing that I'll have her all three rest of my years is really exciting for us, and I think we're both very proud of each other, and it pushes us to be better every day.
So, who on this team has really stood out to you among the newcomers?
Honestly, all the newcomers have stood out to me a lot. They all came in with a lot of competitiveness, and they seem to be very strong and really capable and mature people.
What's the biggest thing you think this team needs to do in order to get to where it wants to be at the end of the season?
I think we're all playing for each other and showing up what we need to do as personal and as a team, showing up every day in, day out, giving everything we've got is what we'll need to do.
Coach talked about you guys' camaraderie off the field. How well do you think that translates into a team setting, especially when it's time to flip that switch and really work as a unit?
Yeah, honestly, I haven't. This team is very close. We talked about that a lot. We've gone on. I was talking. We've gone on speed dates. That's what we called it. We went through a questionnaire that we all had to fill out, and able to get to know each other strong is going to help us get through the season.
Coach talked about how you got about Weeble Wobbles and how you guys are gonna be like that this year. How did that end up coming about, and what does being a Weeble Wobble mean to you?
Well, it started off kind of as a joke, but then she really liked how it meant, the meaning behind it. As the season's not going to be easy, we're going to go through certain things, we're going to lose, we're not going to play our strongest maybe every single game, but knowing that that's not going to hold us down or keep us from where we're going to have to be, but letting that fuel us and not being able to just being held down by it.
What's the biggest thing you think this team needs to do between now and opening day?
I think we're very prepared already. I think just showing up every day, getting more excited as the day comes, and being ready to come out and show what UCF softball looks like.
Of course, you have in the info, you got Sammy, you got Aubrey, you got Ashley at first at times, and then you have Ray who can get in there. as well. Considering how many players graduate this time around, how huge is it to kind of have this infield still kind of be as experienced as it is?
Yeah, I think knowing that our infield is as strong as we are, I think helps us a lot, and especially we feed off the pitchers. I think the pitchers feed off us as well. We talk a lot about Wi-Fi and connection and connecting with each other, but also I feel we've done a good job bringing in the freshmen, the incomings, like everything like that.
How would you characterize this team differently from last season?
Well, obviously we're very young, inexperienced, but I think as much as people may seem like that's a weakness, I think we see it as one of our strengths.
How so? How so?
Knowing that it's a lot of people's first, I think they come out really open-minded and willing to learn, and knowing like whatever it takes, they're willing to do so.
Coach, we made the comparison about how last year's team was kind of like the Yankees, where there was a lot. The Yankees, if you follow baseball now, the Dodgers, where there's a lot of like individual stars and that type of thing. Do you kind of see that a little bit, and what do you think this year's team sort of brings to the contrast from something like that?
Obviously, we had a lot of accolades from our seniors last year. Like, everyone worked for what they got. Shannon obviously got Pegasus. Jada did as well. I think they all earned everything they got. I think this year, since we have a younger team, maybe not everyone's got as much accolades as the rest of us, but I think that's going to fuel us and want everyone to get their own accolades as well.
What's the biggest thing you want Night Nation to know about this team?
That we'll come out with some energy, and we'll shock everyone.
All right, got it. Well, best of luck this year,
Thank
Stacey.
you.